Today we do have the pleasure of speaking with Michelle Johnson, licensed massage therapist, as well as author of Fighting Fiercely, Unveiling the Unknown about Endometriosis. Now, Michelle is a leading expert in the subject matter, and we look forward to learning everything she has to teach us regarding endometriosis. Michelle, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Michelle N. Johnson and I am the founder of Fighting Fiercely, the endometriosis educational awareness and advocacy movement, where we aim to educate, enlighten, and empower you about all things endometriosis. I am also the author of Fighting Fiercely, Unveiling the Unknown about Endometriosis, an educational manual and self-help resource not just for women who've been diagnosed with the disease, but also for their friends, family, and loved ones.
Hello, motherfucker.
Thanks for joining. We'll be discussing fitness, fashion, and ways to focus on greatness. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. What is endometriosis?
Endometriosis is a chronic, debilitating condition that occurs when tissues that are similar to those that are typically found inside the uterus are found outside of the uterus. These can be present throughout various areas all throughout the body. And this can lead to excruciating physical pain, heavy periods, and even infertility.
How is endometriosis diagnosed?
Endometriosis is often very difficult to diagnose because so many of the symptoms of endometriosis are very similar to, and they often mimic similar conditions that also occur within the same areas of the body. However, if you have periods with excessive bleeding, so much so that you are soaking through a tampon or a sanitary napkin more than once an hour, or even more frequently than that, that could be a cause for concern. If the debilitating pain that you experience with your cycles are such that it interferes with your daily life activities, such as going to work or going to school or running typical errands like going to the grocery store or even socializing, that may be something to take note of as well.
What are some symptoms that I may have endometriosis?
If the pain during your periods is so debilitating that it cannot be controlled or alleviated with your typical over-the-counter remedies such as Tylenol or Advil or ibuprofen, things like that, that may be something worth noting for your doctor also. If you notice that you have increased low back pain or pain with bowel movements, particularly around the time of your period, those may be worth discussing with your doctor as possible causes of symptoms of endometriosis.
Should I request testing?
Unfortunately, there's not currently a test for endometriosis, not in the sense of testing when we think about our pap smears or tests for pregnancy or STDs or even our mammograms to test for breast cancer. And although there are certain abnormalities, restrictions that can be seen through like ultrasounds or scans or MRIs, the only definitive way to absolutely positively diagnose for endometriosis is through a surgical procedure called laparoscopy. And sometimes, depending on severity of disease, you may be able to feel a nodule or implant manually through pelvic exam. But again, the only way to know if that is attributable to endometriosis versus some other condition is to have the diagnostic laparoscopy done.
Once diagnosed with endometriosis, does that mean I am also infertile?
And while endometriosis is one of the top 3 causes of infertility, not every woman who is diagnosed with endometriosis will become infertile. In fact, about 30 to 40% of women who have endometriosis will be diagnosed also with infertility. This means, in a positive light, that 60 to 70% of women diagnosed with endometriosis can and do go on to have healthy and even multiple pregnancies.
Are there any online support groups?
There are many different online support groups in order to help you through your journey with endometriosis. And they are as varied and far-reaching as your interests or your particular needed areas of support. So for example, if you are someone who's been affected with infertility because of endometriosis, there's a support group for that. If you're looking for ways to manage your symptoms through a more holistic or nutrition-based methods, there's a support group for that. If you're looking to speak with actual endometriosis specialists to get information or feedback, or if you're a person that likes evidence-based, scientifically rooted information, there's a support group from that. And oftentimes finding the specific support group that is right for you is just a simple matter of doing a search across your favorite social media platform.
Is there a cure for endometriosis?
While there are a variety of treatment options available for endometriosis, unfortunately, there currently is no cure. There are many different ways, again, based on what your specific needs and wants are, that you can use to treat endometriosis. Some of those treatment methods include hormonal therapies such as birth control or hormonal injections, high-dose painkillers such as narcotic or opioid-based pain medicines, pelvic floor therapies, nerve blockage procedures, dietary and nutritional adjustments. Some women find that eliminating certain foods from their diets or even going vegan or vegetarian helps to improve their symptoms as well. There are also a wide range of holistic treatments available, as well as excision surgery. Now, do note that as it currently stands, excision surgery is considered to be the gold standard regarding treatment options. And excision is basically when the doctor goes into the body to cut out and remove the disease. And if done properly by a highly skilled, properly trained endometriosis excision specialist, it can successfully reduce reoccurrence rates of the disease to as little as 10 to 15%. And it is worth noting that it is best if you seek out an excision or chronic pain specialist, not a regular OBGYN. Most regular OB-GYNs are not properly trained to accurately and thoroughly treat this disease.
Will my diagnosis lead to cancer?
Now, while there are some similarities between endometriosis and cancer with regard to the way the disease is characterized, the way that it's staged, and even some ways that it's treated, endometriosis has not expressly been established within the endometriosis community as being a disease, number one, that causes cancer, nor is it itself a form of cancer. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with endometriosis and you want to know what the next steps along your journey should be in terms of how to find a specialist or what treatment options would be best for you to consider, my book can help with that. If you know someone diagnosed with endometriosis and you want to learn how you can be a more effective source of support, more empathetic and understanding with regard to what they're going through, be it a friend, a sibling, a loved one, or even an intimate partner, my book can help with that as well. If you'd like to learn more about the Fighting Fiercely movement or order a signed copy of my book, Fighting Fiercely, you can do so at www.fightingfiercely.com. If you'd like to connect with me for any questions or any support or any help that I may be able to offer you, please feel free to connect with me across any of my social media platforms. You can find me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/fightingfiercely. I am also on Instagram and Twitter, both at FightFierceEndo. You can also look up Fighting Fiercely, my YouTube channel, where I have dozens of informational and educational videos expanding across a wide variety of endometriosis related topics. And finally, paperback copies of Fighting Fiercely as well as Kindle versions can be purchased on Amazon. Thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time today. I hope you've been informed. And until next time, be educated, be enlightened, be empowered.
And as always, be unstoppable. It's a lifestyle and you're worth it. Thank you so much, Michelle, for giving us all that information. I do believe, a lot of women, we struggle and we suffer in silence and we aren't aware that, yes, maybe there is a more serious problem going on. So I really appreciate all of your knowledge about the endometriosis. And thank you for everyone that did tune in through the duration of this video. Please be sure to like. That helps YouTube with our algorithms. And comment any questions you have, any comments. Have you experienced endometriosis? Anyone in your family? How have you been being supportive? And be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll get notifications when we upload more Wellness Wednesdays. Each and every Wednesday, we will have Wellness Wednesdays, and we look forward to you joining us. Thank you.